All right, it's Saturday. Well, yeah, it's true. It can get a little muddy, especially early in the year. Right now, they're just these small sections of mucky muck. And the occasional stare. And then if you come to a junction, trail that I wanted up here to the left. I'm not sure where that goes. This is definitely a little bit of a climb up here, especially with a full resupply. Today is only a day pack, so no biggie. First tiny glimpse of the ocean. There'll be more to come after I top out. Oh, we're going up in there. Still no natural water, which I remember from the past. There wasn't any. It's okay. People are cutting the switchback through here. Not a good idea, really, trail-wise. There's another one there. I'm just going to meander around through the mucky muck. This is mud and clay, so it definitely can be slick if you catch it the wrong way, so gotta be ready. There we go. One of the tricks getting through the mucky muck, this is a very tiny one here, but look for branches and stuff people have put down, and then you can just step on them and keep them sinking in. Lots of switchbacks, which is a good thing. And tread is pretty good overall. A little wet, some mud, but overall so far, and from what I recall, it's pretty good. I should be over halfway here to the Adirondack huts. All right, well, yeah, it's definitely a shady trail. So on a hot day, you'll have plenty of that. This morning, it's feeling humid, because everything's so wet. So I'm sweating out a bit, which is okay. No big deal today. Temperatures probably in the 60s in here. It's nice. Still going up. Eventually it'll ease. Traverse across through the forest. I've always been surprised at the distinct lack of blazes, signs, anything. Once in a blue moon, you'll see an OTC blaze, OCT blaze, I should say, Oregon Coast Trail. But usually it's around the towns. Up here in the forest, pretty rare. So a lot of day hiking goes on here, so you do have to kind of pay attention. Usually the OCT will be the path that has the most wear. And there's just maps, paper map type stuff, PDF files. So you really, unless you're following someone else's track, and I am running one now on Strava, so that would take you up to the Adirondack huts, because that's as far as I'm going today. Yeah, without a GPS type track, a GPX file or something, for the most part it's fairly obvious, but not always. Some shrooms, do not know what kind, not very knowledgeable, I never eat them. Still going up. Okay, showing 1.25 to here. This is the start of a traverse. I don't recall whether or not it probably goes up a bit and whatnot. But anyway, kind of a little recovery area. And yeah, I thought it was a little farther than I was. I must have been looking at the wrong metric. But anyway, I think that metric back to Hawaii was the speed I was going, which is about 2 miles an hour. So yeah, this is about 1.3 and I have a little ways to go. Well, and out of the blue, a couple of OCT blazes to get you up here. I don't know where that goes, but they do pop up now and then. All right, up we go. There's another blaze at the top. All right, 1.7 in, reaching like a little flat spot. You can kind of see the ocean through the trees. Probably got a little more up to go, and then maybe that forest traverse will start. It's been a while, so I'll film it when I get there. But anyway, so far so good. I'm about just under an hour in. This looks like the start of something a little flatter, traversy through the forest. See how long this lasts. That would be the ocean down there. Pretty forest. Yeah, the OCT is definitely a scenic walk. The only negative is the amount of road walking, but even then you're walking right next to the forest. Anyway, gotta find a branch and step on it. I guess if you haven't figured out already, assuming that clicking noise is there, you can always just mute it and watch the video. Here's a cluster. And I'm going to set the camera for a minute. Well, at least so far today, no annoying bugs, no mozzies, no flies, just the occasional small little insect. Hopefully it stays that way. There's definitely enough moisture up here for something, but nope. I don't remember in the past either that being a bug issue. So this is July, and my through hike was in January a few years back, and then I started the through hike with a friend, but one of the other folks in the party had issues, so we had to bail after Cannon Beach, so it was kind of short, but did come through here. Anyway, I don't remember bugs being an issue. And I think that goes for pretty much the entire trail, which of course that was January, cooler. Well, here's something that I see now and then, these big planks that have been here quite a while because most of them are rotten. The 4x4 ties. Anyway, they come and go. Must have been interesting transporting those up here back in the day. You do want to be aware of the nails that are still sticking up where the boards have rotted away. Even though they most of them seem to have the nail head still on it. That wouldn't feel good, especially with a trail runner. Oh, there's a nice view of the Pacific Ocean. Looks pretty calm out there today. on this, what I'm going to call the forest traverse. I'm starting to bend down a bit. I think that those huts are in somewhat of a saddle. I know there's a access road that comes up to them, a dirt road. From over in that direction. Another overlook. You can see it on the video, but there is a little fisher boat down there. I just ran into another tree hiker. His name is Marble, a veteran PCT hiker, and sounds like he'd hiked the OCT several times, so good on him. Young guy. And yeah, he was running into other hikers on this trail. I asked him about the groups that I've been following on YouTube, but I don't think he saw them, but they should be a couple of days south of here, so he must have like missed them in town or something. Anyway, it's fun to see other hikers, especially veterans. Alright, well this is definitely one of the biggest blowdowns, at least for today, that I've seen. This is new, and they've cut that one down there. So what's the problem there, guys? You don't want to cut this one? Guess not. Climb over. Can't see around the corner, but maybe more. Well, I can see a lot of these trees have broken off up on the trunks. Probably gets windy out here. Alright, here we go. Alright, well that big blowdown climb over was just a little over 4 miles out, so I should be sneaking up on the Adirondack shelters before too long here. Lots of mucky muck. But you can see the tops of my shoes aren't muddy, so it's sinking in just a couple inches in the worst spots. Well, I think it's worth mentioning that that thru hiker I saw, Marble, he's trying for a yo-yo. So he started mid-state, he's going up to the Columbia, back down to the California border, and then back up. So that's pretty cool. That makes it about 800 miles worth of trail, I think. Yeah. Good for him. Hope he makes it. But I'm going to say this is the descent into the Adirondack shelters. Alright, just seeing the Adirondack shelters in the distance here, another 100 yards, and I will be there. was a fun overnight. I think there maybe was one other person there. I was hiking with another guy at the time, so there was plenty of room, sleeping on the wooden bunk beds in the shelter. There's 3 of them. Did I mention this before? There is no natural water that I am aware of up here, so I have to pack it in. There's a junction here. I'm sure the OCT heads off that way, as I recall. You're going off in that direction pretty much. But this is the Adirondack Shelters, aka the hiker camp. Take a break here, eat a little food, and retrace my steps. Oh, there's some humans. So there are 3 of these shelters here. I think this is the one I stayed in. Hello, anybody here? Yeah. And there is a privy right there. Yeah. Alright, let's eat some food. Alright, just about 4.5 miles to here from the trailhead. And maybe a little under 2.5 hours, but I stopped to chat up a few people here and there. So I would think maybe a good 2 hours 15 to here. And as soon as I got here, well, a lot of day hikers coming up from Cannon Beach and whatnot, because you can drive up. There's a parking area out of sight around the corner over there in a road. All right. Okay, did I mention about bugs? Well, yeah, the mosquitoes are hovering around me. I actually haven't seen any land yet, although I might not have seen them, but they are definitely around, showing their interest. So I'll keep my eye out, see if I can catch one. I can see them buzzing around me here. Probably don't show up on camera. Alright, just came up the 9 switchbacks from the shelters, and I'm transitioning down a little bit. This is sort of what I'm calling the forest traverse. Bounces around up and down and through. Nothing too severe for a while, and then you get to the final drop, which I think is a little over a mile and a half down to the trailhead. But this is going to be about a 9-mile round trip. It's Saturday, so I'm seeing lots of other hikers. Let's back up a little bit. See this little arch tree you get to walk under. Of course, it's downhill. A little technical. I'll put the camera away. That's what I'm doing. Alright. Coming into the old trailhead from a slightly different direction. Came down a 2-track road. For several hundred yards as opposed to the trail. I do remember seeing a fork up there. Anyway, I'm back. I made it. Feel pretty good. Not bad for what I think is the better part of 9 miles. Let's check. Yeah, that was 9 miles, 4.25 hours. Average speed 2.1. There was a lot of mud and muck to go through, and it's the trail is not super graded. There are a few sections, but for the most part, you kind of really do have to watch where you're stepping. Anyway, yeah, I feel pretty good for that. A third the back weight of my trail pack, but hey, take it. So it's kind of a good reality check for me at this point in time. All right, feet feel, a little tired, but none the worse for wear. No issues anywhere. All right, that's a wrap for the day hike up to Tillamook Head, to the hiker camp, and back.